Hello everyone, we are starting now with a new chapter, that is reproduction. Reproduction is formation of new individuals, generally of the same species. Okay, reproduction is of two types, asexual and sexual. When a single parent is involved and there are no gametes, that time it is asexual reproduction. Like binary fission in amoeba, budding in hydra, fragmentation, these all are asexual modes of asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction, it is that type of reproduction in which two parents are involved, the male and the female. They will produce their respective gametes and those gametes will fuse with each other. So that is sexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction you will see variations. Asexual, you will rarely see variations. What do you mean by secondary sexual characters? Secondary sexual characters are the external differentiating features of a male and a female. You can differentiate between the two genders on the basis of the external features. So these are called secondary sexual characters. They are due to hormones. What are the secondary sexual characters in the male? Beard, mustache, thick voice, broad shoulders. Similarly, in the female, there is wide pelvis, developed mammary glands. These are the secondary sexual characters of females. Okay, in male, testosterone is mainly responsible for secondary sexual characters. In female, it is the estrogen hormone responsible for the characters. Okay, now we will start with the male reproductive system. Remember, any reproductive system, there are many organs, reproductive organs, but there are something called as gonads, children. Remember gonads. What is a gonad? A reproductive organ which produces gamete is called gonad. The male gonad is testes. There are a pair of testes, remember, two testes, okay, which are going to produce the male gamete, that is sperm. Remember children, in the males, the testes are not located in the abdomen, but they are located in a muscular pouch, and the pouch is called scrotum. It is called scrotum. It can also be called scrotal sac. Okay, so it is located in the scrotum. That a pair of testes located in the scrotum. Now, why is it in the scrotum? Why it is not in the abdomen? They will ask you a give reason in your exam. So remember, children, for sperm formation to occur, the temperature required is 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than the body temperature. Always remember this. Therefore, it could not occur in the abdomen. Therefore, you need the testes to be outside the abdomen. So that pouch called scrotum. Scrotum has got muscles also. Now, if you do a cut section of testes, you will see many lobules. Okay, and there are cells in the lobules, two types of cells mainly. The first type of cells are called seminiferous tubules. I'll repeat, seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules are the cells or the group of cells which will produce sperms. Okay, spermatogenesis occurs in the seminiferous tubules. Then between the lobules you will see cells, they are called interstitial cells. They are also called interstitial cells of Leydig or Leydig cells. Remember, seminiferous tubules are going to produce the sperms. Interstitial cells of Leydig are going to produce the male hormone testosterone. Okay, so testosterone from Leydig cells, sperms from seminiferous tubules. The testes are going to descend from the abdomen when the male child is in an embryo stage. That time the testes are in the abdomen, but then they will descend during when the child is in the womb itself. They will start descending. By 7th month of pregnancy, they descend down into the scrotum, and they are going to go down through a canal, and this canal is called inguinal canal. Remember, so the testes descend through the canal called inguinal canal. On the top of the testes, there is a cap-like structure. It is called epididymis. It is called epididymis. It is almost 6 meters in length. Yes, and it is coiled. The testes will produce the sperms, and the epididymis will store the sperms. So storage and maturation of the sperms occur in the epididymis. Then we studied formation of sperms. We studied storage of sperms. Now somebody should transport the sperms. So a pair of tubes. So see, testes is a pair of testes, single scrotum, a pair of epididymis, and a pair of vas deferens. Okay, they are also called sperm ducts. They will transport the sperms from the epididymis up to the urethra. Okay, so they are the sperm ducts, vas deferens. Remember we had studied vasectomy in population chapter. Okay, so vas deferens. So they are basically going to transport the sperms. Then there are three accessory glands which you need to know. There are pair of glands which are attached to the vas deferens called seminal vesicles. A pair of seminal vesicles. They will secrete seminal fluid which will activate the sperms. Okay. Then there is a single gland called prostate gland, where the urethra comes out of the urinary bladder. It surrounds the urethra at the opening of the urinary bladder. There is this single gland called prostate gland, very important gland. Remember children, it is a secretion of the prostate gland which makes the semen alkaline. I'll tell you what is semen later. It is the secretion of the prostate gland which makes semen alkaline. Now why should semen be alkaline? Children, remember vagina is acidic in order for protection, so that there are less infections in the female. But if the sperms are deposited in acidic vagina, they'll all get killed. So in order to neutralize the acidity of the vagina, the semen should be alkaline. So prostate gland secretion makes the semen alkaline to neutralize the acidity of vagina. Okay. Then there are a pair of small glands on either sides of the urethra. They are called bulbourethral glands. They could be called bulbourethral glands, also called Cowper's gland. They mainly help in lubrication. Okay. Then the male copulatory organ, children. Copulation means sexual intercourse. So there is a male copulatory organ which is the penis. Some people say penis, some people say penis, whatever you want to say. So it's the penis. Okay. The urethra, male urethra passes through the penis. Urethra in males does two functions, that is release of semen, passage of semen as well as passage of urine. Okay. Penis. Remember, what is semen? Semen comes out of the penis. Semen is the sperms along with secretions of seminal vesicle, bulbourethral gland and prostate gland. So the secretion of these three accessory glands plus the sperms is the semen. After ejaculation, around 2 to 3 ml of semen comes out containing 200 million to 300 million sperms. Remember this. Now there is a important characteristic of the penis. It has got something called erectile tissues. Now what is this erectile tissues? During sexual intercourse, there is a signal which comes from the brain for sexual stimulation. So what happens is, there are spaces, okay, called sinuses, vascular sinuses in the penis. Now normally those spaces aren't filled with blood, but what happens during sexual stimulation, impulses come from the brain. So what happens, blood gets filled into these sinuses and this gets compressed. Okay, so penis becomes long and hard. This is called erection. Remember children, erection is very important for sexual intercourse to occur. Therefore remember children, penis is an erectile organ. Okay. So this is about the male reproductive system. Okay. Now in the second part of the video, we'll study about the female reproductive system. I hope you understood male reproductive system properly.